The People's Democratic Party (PDP) chiding the governorship candidates of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Edo State, Pastor Sage Izeyamu, after he received traditional chieftaincy title in Auchi, commended former APC National Chairman Adams Oshomole for speaking the truth about Izeyamu during the 2016 governorship campaign in Edo State. The PDP, berating Izeyamu as a fake pastor, expressed that what Oshomole said in 2016 about the APC governorship candidate in the September 19, 2020 election are coming into reality. The PDP wondered how an ordained pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God (RCCG) would condescend to being coronated with traditional chieftaincy title, which the party pointed out as has traditional responsibilities, including worshipping of cultural deities. The PDP therefore declared that Oshomole was right in all that he said about Izeyamu, including his criminality perceptions. Accordingly, the PDP, on one of its pages on social media remarks, tagged fake pastor Izeyamu, Oshomole was right. The party highlighted that Pastor Izeyamu was on Wednesday coronated with the traditional title of Isemakons of Auchi by Otaru of Auchi. The PDP recalled that in the words of Oshomole in 2016, he said, "Fear those people who carry Bible during the day and AK-47 at night." The PDP therefore postulated that it all means Adams Oshomole said about Pastor Izeyamu in 2016 has started to come out as true. The party questioned how on earth will an ordained RCCG pastor who is supposed to be a man of God receive a traditional title with traditional responsibility. Some stakeholders had reacted differently. A stakeholder has responded, "Pastor Sage Izeyamu, you are not different from Esau. Because you want to become a governor, you sold your birthright. God have mercy." Another stakeholder had remarked that who ordained Izeyamu pastor? Maybe it's his political title. However, another stakeholder had a contrary view. He said, "You failed to mention that Obaseki and his deputy were also given traditional titles in same area. Using different standard for judging Pastor Osage Izeyamu does not show objectivity at all. He's not a fake pastor." The argument continued with divergent opinions. Okay. I think from what the last caller, person that commented said, the last opinion, because I could remember some days back too, both Obaseki and his deputy, they were given chieftaincy title. And since PDP is trying to point out that it's going by the chieftaincy title, traditional chieftaincy title, it means that there are some whatever you are going to be doing, some deities and whatever and all of that. Of course, so does it mean that is what Obaseki is going to be doing too with his deputy, or is it just for fun? They are just giving them that title for fun. But if we want to look at it again from the other angle, does it now, because the reason why they are bringing this whole thing is that they are asking the question, how can an ordained RCCG minister be getting traditional chieftaincy title? That is the bane of the argument now, because you can say this man, they are not pastors, so they are just they can be anything. They are not. You can't compare them as far as those, like those two gentlemen. They might be going to church, but you can't be comparing somebody who is a member and a pastor. We know that when you say you are a pastor, a lot of expectations, a lot of things are really expected from you. There's this high expectation from people to you, so normally you have to maintain it. The same thing a pastor will do. And if an ordinary person does that same thing, if another ordinary person does it, nobody will raise an eyebrow. Nobody is going to say anything. But even if it is little thing like that a pastor has done, you can imagine how it's going to be talked about. And that's why you need to be careful. So that is just the difference. If Ezeyamu is not a pastor and all of them are, on the same pedestal, they are not those ones. They are not a pastors. They are just ordinary floor member or church member as it may be, nobody's going to say anything. They might not have a point from there. But the only thing I just want to ask again, since Obaseki and Shaibu got the same chieftaincy title, so does it mean they're going to be worshiping deities? Of course, maybe that is what it means. So, but the reason why it's being hammered on is because of being that the man is a pastor himself, that there are some things that are not expected of a pastor. And people were just thinking that, oh, he just wore that regalia, whether for whatever reason, to identify with the Muslims or whatever. But the reason why now these people are thanking Oshomole for saying the truth, okay, because they accepted that, okay, it is traditional chieftaincy title, not for anything. Of course, it could be ordinary chieftaincy title just for giving sake. Do you get for that? But if we want to look at the reason why the chieftaincy title was given to both Shaibu and Obaseki, I could remember the monarch said, because this man has done so and so for them in this thing, in their community, because of that they are crowning him or conferring the chieftaincy title on them. But I don't know the rationale behind Obaseki's Izeyamu's own. So those are just the way it is. Nobody ever thought about okay, oh, this one is a pastor. But if you look at it thoroughly, they could be making sense. Well, everybody's entitled to his opinion, but they are just trying to buttress what Oshomole said concerning Ezeyamu. Well, it's only God that knows who is fake or who is not fake. If that is what he wants to do as a pastor, he's entitled to what he wants to do. If he wants to mix everything together, he's entitled to that. But they're just still trying to quote Oshomole, saying that some people carry Bible in the daytime and they will carry gun at night, that you should be afraid of such. Well, there is nothing we are not going to be seeing in this Nigeria. But guys, I would like you to let us know your opinion concerning this, whether it is really right being a pastor that is being called, that whether it is wrong to get a traditional chieftaincy title. Is there any crime about that? I don't know. But let's hear what people are saying concerning this. I don't really understand what pastors mean to some denominations. We need to go back and review things in our churches, please. A pastor has no right to contest for any position outside the church, not to talk of a pastor receiving a chieftaincy title from a traditional ruler. What has light and darkness have in common? Nothing. This is same way Osinbajo lost his race in the vineyard of God. Today he is nobody. Adeboye has not told them because of greed. Well, so guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comment below in the comment section and let's know what you think.